Sunday. The racing was the best of the season as the big cars went sprinting at just under 300 kilometres an hour.
As a mark of respect for fallen comrades Greg Hansford and Don Watson, the Tiga drivers left the front row of the grid open for Sunday's Shell Championship races at Mount Panorama. The Shell FAI Falcons of John Bowe and Dick Johnson scorched off the line to set the pace, while the fortunes of the Coca-Cola team took a dive when Neil Crompton and Wayne Gardner met in unusual circumstances. Bowe had shunned trackside interviews prior to the start of the race. He was fully focused on winning this meeting, but his team owner Dick Johnson can always spring a surprise. He tailgated the Tasmanian during the opening lap. Peter Brock was in the thick of it too until he looped the 05 Commodore after hitting a combo of water and oil from the first turn accident. Bowe tried to stretch it, but Johnson casually pulled alongside and took the lead. Glenn Seaton settled into third, while the dice between Larry Perkins and Mark Scaife was a bonus for fans. Heat 2 and Johnson made a blinder, while Bowe dropped back into the pack. Perkins needed a good finish here, but the rough and tumble in the first turn cracked the sump in the Castrol Commodore. He soldiered on with a plume of blue smoke billowing from the 11 car, but out of sight was out of mind for Larry. Johnson made the daunting Bathurst track look like a day at the skids with the kids. He was running away with this one until a rear wing snapped and the Shell Falcon began trading ends.
Are you lonely?
You gotta be joking.
Oh, I just thought you might have been busy for a while. Dick, we were just talking to you. We felt sorry that we might have put you off, but it looked like the rear wings collapsed on the car.
It certainly has, Michael. And I tell you, it's like a fly swat without it. I can give you the mail order.
Mark Scaife took up the batting after Dick departed and was able to hold Bowe and Perkins at bay to the checkered flag, though the Tasmanian picked up top championship points on the day.
I'd like to dedicate this win to the memory of Greg Hansford, who had some fantastic victories here. He was a great bloke and we all miss him very much.
The big crowd of 23,000 fans voted the Bathurst March meeting a major success at Mount Panorama, though a few drivers like Gary Gassati, a period at the panel shop will be mandatory before Phillip Island. Overseas, in the third round of the Winston Cup Stock Car Series, pulled a standing room only crowd at Atlanta on Sunday. The race was over early for Mike Wallace. Then, 5 laps later, sprint car legend Steve Kinser found himself punted by Brett Bodine. In the middle stages, Jeff Gordon and Dale Earnhardt ran side by side for the lead, only to leave a gap which Bobby Labonte quickly closed. With a lap to go, Labonte hauled in Gordon, but couldn't effect a pass. Young Jeff picking up his second win in 3 starts. Back home, agreements were signed this week between the New South Wales Lands Minister, George Souris, and the Parramatta Sports Ground Trust, which will enable pavement late model sedan racing to be incorporated at the Metro West venue.
Well, I was very pleased when I was the Minister for Sport, when this whole project started, to now, as Minister for Lands, be able to place my signature on a project that I have enjoyed watching the progress of it, although it's taken a couple of years, but it's been an enjoyment to see it now come to fruition. And when I was at the track the other night, that was really an exciting night, and I knew that night that this plan was within weeks, and so we're very pleased to sign it.
Any usage of the site had to be conducive to public use, and we tried to achieve that in the considerations that we gave to all of the submissions of interest that were put to us.
No additional meetings are planned in the season schedule, as the clay course sprint cars and half-mile pavement sedans will split the present season calendar.
The Sport of Speedway now has a home in Sydney that it can at least hang on to for 20 years.
Mike Raymond reporting for Sport.